Hello, everybody. It is time for TNA Sacrifice 2014. I, of course, am Sierra Daredevil, bringing you all of the live action. And what a card we have for this show. Of course, it is highlighted by the main event. Mr. Anderson challenging one last time for the TNA World Heavyweight Championship. If he can't get the job done against Magnus here tonight, he doesn't get a title shot anytime in the near future. But we also have some other big matches happening, including Jeff Hardy versus Christopher Daniels, Beer Money versus AJ Styles and Austin Aries, the tag team titles on the line, as the Bromans get one last shot at the tag team titles as well. The four-way knockouts title matchup, Angelina Love, Velvet Sky, Taryn Terrell, and Madison Rain, and of course the Monsters Ball match, Abyss and Samoa Joe, plus so much more. We are going to dive into the action with the pre-show happening, because I did mention that I was going to show the pre-show here because of a match happening on it that has a storyline behind it. So the opening contest of the pre-show features Chris Sabin defeating Chris Hero in 850 by pinfall to Cradle Shock, 63 rating for the match. Sabin with the 60, Hero with a 53. This was basically, hey, I want to get Chris Sabin on the card and get him a victory, but I also want to have Chris Hero on the card and try to slowly build him momentum, some stuff. I know pre-show it's kind of hard to get popularity from that, but I need to actually get him in a storyline of some sort because his in-ring performances is too good to be just kind of sitting there being used sparingly kind of thing. So we'll get something going for him, but Chris Sabin gets a victory here. And after that, we have a four-way knockouts matchup that features terrible wrestling that is in non-existent crowd heat. But it does feature Evie getting the victory over Candice LeRae, Veda Scott, and Allison Kay in 746 when Evie pinned Candice LeRae with a top rope splash. 37 rating for the match. 34 from Evie, 35 from Candice, 33 from Veda, who seemed off her game, and 27 from Allison Kay. This was literally just, here's these knockouts. Let's get them featured. Okay, so some stuff there. But yeah, here's these knockouts. Let's get them featured. And Evie picks up the victory. 20,503 people, by the way, in attendance at the Palace of Auburn Hills in Michigan. And our final contest on the pre-show, that is, has a 52 rating. As in a poor pre-show matchup, the American Wolves defeat Red Dragon in 9:49 when Eddie Edwards gets Bobby Fish to submit to the Achilles lock. 52 rating for the match. 57 from Davey Richards, 52 from Eddie Edwards, and 39 from O'Reilly and Fish. The reason why this was on the pre-show is because all four of these men are considered unimportant, so it would have hurt it to be on the main show, but I wanted to make sure I did this matchup on this pre-show and show it so that way you guys could see kind of what happened there. This is going to put kind of an end to the storyline between these two teams as the American Wolves get the victory and kind of prove that they're the better team at this moment in time. And afterwards, I don't know why it's only Fish and O'Reilly on screen, but that's weird. But after the match, Red Dragon and American Wolves shake hands in a show of respect. So they shake hands with each other, showing each other respect, and are kind of getting ready to move on from there. We open up Sacrifice with a video highlighting some of the matches happening tonight. As you see, some of the competitors there, the Monsters Ball match, the TNA World Title matchup, Jeff Hardy, Christopher Daniels, the X Division Championship matchup, and so much more. But speaking of the X Division Championship match, it is going to be opening up the show. It's in a 43 rating. Oof. About the decent wrestling but little heat, Paul London defeats Rockstar Spud 11:30 by pinfall to Shooting Star Press. After Dixie Carter accidentally hit Rockstar Spud, Paul London makes defense number 2 of the X Division title. Yeah, crowd got turned off because Paul London and Rockstar Spud are not that popular. Yeah, they're both considered unimportant right now. 56 rating for Paul London, though. 43 from Rockstar Spud. But you got to imagine that this feud may end up continuing. We'll see. But Paul London able to retain the championship here at Sacrifice. Then after that, we have Gail Kim coming out. She is reissuing her open challenge that she said she was going to be having here tonight. She challenges any knockouts in the back. And it is ODB who answers the challenge. ODB is going to answer the challenge here on pay-per-view against Gail Kim. And the match gets a 42 rating. Not great, but it's not too bad. But in a surprise victory, ODB gets the victory over Gail Kim in 10-22 by pinfall to fast roll-up. So she rolls her up, gets the victory. And Gail Kim gets defeated here at Sacrifice, which is kind of crazy. Kind of crazy there that she gets defeated. And of course, afterwards, she's not happy about it. So she attacks her. She attacks ODB, beating her down to the canvas and leaving her laid out as the crowd is booing and this response. Then after that, in a decent matchup, MVP defeats Bobby Lashley in 11:41 by pinfall with a running big boot. 60 rating from MVP, 49 for Bobby Lashley. 62 rating for the match itself. Really good stuff there. As MVP gets the victory over Bobby Lashley. Yeah. The storyline's not done yet, but MVP gets the victory here. Kind of cleanly, actually. And afterwards, he taunts Bobby Lashley for losing as he celebrates in the ring. 54 rating there for that. Then after that, tag team titles on the line. And Jimmy Jacobs and Colt Cabana are able to retain the tag team titles over the Bromans in 11:36. When Cabana gets Jesse to submit to the Billy Goes Curse. Cabana and Jacobs make defense number 2 of the tag team titles. Colt Cabana, head and shoulders above everybody else. He had a 55 rating. Jimmy Jacobs with a 44. Robbie E with 32. Jesse with 30. I like the Bromans, but they are way too low in-ring performance-wise at this point to really have much of a big push at all. So they're going to kind of become more of a jobber-ish tag team heading forward, unfortunately. But, you know, at least they got featured in a couple of title matches, even if one of them was them losing the titles and the other one was them losing the rematch. But we'll kind of see if we can build them up a little bit and maybe potentially make them a decent tag team in the future. We'll see. But Jacobs and Cabana retaining the tag team titles here at Sacrifice. Then after that, we get a video hyping up the Fatal 4-Way Knockouts title matchup. Kind of going over a little bit of history of the Beautiful People. And then going over the recent issues with Madison Rayne defeating Velvet Sky last month at Lockdown. Taryn Terrell getting herself involved in the title match. And so on and so forth. That title match gets a 52 rating. As Madison Rayne is able to retain the Knockouts Championship, pinning Angelina Love with a shining Yakuza kick, making defense number 4 of the TNA Knockouts Championship. She gets that victory in 10:45 there, so she pinned Angelina Love, so that means that she's defeated both members of the Beautiful People, as she didn't actually pin Velvet in that knockout in the Lockdown match, because it was a escape cage match, but she still defeated her there, and then here in this four-way, she pins Angelina Love. So maybe she's done with the Beautiful People. We'll have to see. 52 rating, though, is definitely something I will take for this match. Afterwards, Beautiful People are screaming out in frustration as Madison Rayne celebrates another successful title defense. So we'll have to see where Rayne moves to from here. Where does their focus lead to from here? Who's coming after the championship and all that. Then after that, we get our Monsters Ball match, which gets a 70 rating. It's about the head good heat decent wrestling Abyss defeats Samoa Joe in 12:57 by pinfall with a black hole slam to win the Monsters Ball match. I don't know why I didn't say it was a Monsters Ball match, but whatever. 70 rating for the match, 65 from Joe, 62 from Abyss. It was one of those things that I wasn't going to have Abyss lose a Monsters Ball match. I don't know. was a wall brawl. I don't know why it didn't. Yeah, see, just to show it is match type Monsters Brawl. So, or Monsters Ball. It is that, but for some reason it just didn't. It didn't want to show it in here. But anyway, Abyss gets the victory in a 70 rated matchup there. As yeah, like I said, he wasn't gonna lose a Monsters Ball match. Wasn't happening. So we'll go from there. But I gotta imagine these two continuing to have issues with each other, especially because, you know, that makes them kind of 1-1 with each other at this point. So we'll have to see where things lead from there. Then after that, we get a video hyping up Christopher Daniels and Jeff Hardy before their matchup here tonight. And a 70 rated matchup, Christopher Daniels gets the victory over Jeff Hardy in 13:32 by pinfall with an Angel's Wings. During the matchup, Kazarian distracted Jeff Hardy. We're going to say that Jeff Hardy was up top going for the Swanton when Kazarian came out and distracted him, which led to Daniels being able to hit the top rope, crouching Hardy on it. Hardy kind of fell to the mat, and Daniels quickly picked him up, hit the Angel's Wings, and got the victory. So there you go. Christopher Daniels with a 59, Jeff Hardy with a 65. Daniels gets the victory, and we'll have to see where this story goes from there. Then after that, we get a video hyping up the tag team matchup, Austin Aries and AJ Styles versus Beer Money. The recent talk about how Beer Money's been trying to convince Austin Aries to embrace his darker side again, go back to being a bad guy, someone who doesn't care about the fans and all that. AJ kind of stepping up recently and wanting to help Aries, wanting to keep him from being corrupted by Beer Money. And so it's been kind of building up to this tag team matchup, which gets a 79 rating. My God. It's in a good matchup. AJ Styles and Austin Aries defeat Beer Money in 14:27 when Styles pins Bobby Roode with a springboard 450 splash. 79 rating. James Storm with a 60, Bobby Roode with a 72, Austin Aries with a 71, and AJ Styles with an 80. I wanted, okay, so I'm not a big fan of two people teaming up to defeat an established team, but storyline-wise, it made sense for this to happen, especially with what's going to be happening in the near future. You'll see. So storyline-wise, it made sense to make this happen. Especially because, no offense to Beer Money, but AJ Styles and Austin Aries are a little bit more established in TNA right now than they are. Like, obviously, they've been there since day one, but I mean, like, right now, popularity-wise and everything, they're a little bit higher up the card. So, Styles and Aries get the victory here. And it's important to note that Styles actually is the one who gets the victory. He's the one who gets the pinfall, so that is going to play into the story heading forward. 79 rating, though. Good stuff there. And then after that, we get a video hyping up the world title matchup. Magnus defending the TNA World Championship against Mr. Anderson, who is going to emerge victorious here. And it is Magnus retaining the TNA World Heavyweight Championship, making defense number 4 of the title in a 69 nice rated matchup. Magnus defeats Mr. Anderson in 12-12 by pinfall at the Tormentum. Of course, the everybody was kind of banned from ringside. I mean, Mickie James was down there, but she was told that if she interferes in the matchup at all, that she will be that she'll have to deal with consequences. So nobody got involved in the match, and Magnus was able to retain successfully. A 69 rated matchup there. I guess I must have forgot that Anderson and Magnus had great chemistry with each other, but oh well. Anyway, lack of psychology there, but that's alright. I'll take a 69 at this point. Magnus, as you can see, isn't quite up to the level of some of our top stars here in the company, but I will take a 69 rating for the match here. After the match, he is celebrating when AJ Styles shows up on the stage and stares down Magnus to end the show. So maybe Styles is turning his attention, his focus to the TNA World Heavyweight Championship. We'll have to see. But that is going to end Sacrifice 2014. Gets us a 69 rating. Nice. We're getting a lot of 69s recently. It's kind of funny. We increased our popularity in 31 regions. Can't go wrong with that at all, as that is another successful show for TNA. We were running up against, I didn't realize it until I went to go start getting ready to book the card, that we were running up against Over the Limit 2014 for WWE, so we'll have to see how that one plays out. Kind of go from there. So obviously, they had more viewers. They also had a better rated show. It was main evented by Dolph Ziggler defeating Triple H. Okay. Why not? Also, what? Bray Wyatt defeated the Great Khali in a cage match. Yes, I'm there for it. Oh man, that is something. That is something. Good lord, how many segments do you have on your pay-per-view? Holy hell. But yeah, I got a 92 rating too. Ziggler defeating Triple H. Interesting. Anyway, so yeah. Against WWE, obviously not good, but we're getting there. We're getting there. We just have to keep building up the company, keep getting the popularity that we need to get, all that, and kind of going from there. I mean, it's gonna be a work in progress, but we'll get there. I have no doubt about that. We're gonna get there. So thank you for watching. Definitely appreciate it. Hopefully you guys are excited to see what happens now after Sacrifices. The next pay-per-view for TNA will be Slammiversary, and obviously that's always a big show, so we'll have to see what kind of card gets fleshed out for that show. But thank you all for watching. Definitely appreciate it, and we'll catch you all in a future video.